Yo, what is going on, guys? Brew and Steel here, and yes, what a comeback by the Boston Celtics. The Boston Celtics beat the Brooklyn Nets in Game 2 last night, 114 to 107. Oh my god, one of the biggest comebacks that I've ever seen. Down 17 points, down 20 points. We come back from a 17-point deficit to beat the Brooklyn Nets 114 to 107. Oh my god. I have a lot to say about this game. But before I talk about this comeback, I want to give a huge shout out to Marcus Smart. My boy Marcus Smart for winning Defensive Player of the Year. And he is known to be the Defensive Player of the Year, man. He earned it. And man, getting into this game, there were just so many up and downs. The turnovers in this game was insane. The amount of fouls that were called was just absolute ridiculous. And the Boston Celtics were down 17 in the heart of this team in the second half. Late in the third, I think it started end of the third period, and then started in the fourth period. This Celtics team came back down 17 points to beat this team to take game two, 114-107, and just an unbelievable ball game. Despite the Celtics playing really badly, the Nets were up by like 12, 17 points. It was a nightmare for us in the first half. And we're at that point, we were down by like 17, and halftime's coming, and oh my god, the Celtics game, I mean, we cut it close to like 5, not even close to halftime, and we somehow got it to cut the deficit to 5 points. Like, oh my god. But after that, we struggled. We were down by 7. We tied the game 1 point, and then the bullshit referees. The referees was just awful on both sides of the ball. And look, I want to look at the stats real quick. So the Boston Celtics shot 39-75 from the field goal. They were 52%. Three-pointers, we were 11-31, 35.5% from the three. We couldn't make shots. Like, first half, we just looked horrible. Like, Tatum and Jaylen Brown combined together just was horrible. We just couldn't make shots, or just couldn't. Brooklyn was killing us. Free throws, we were 25-31 at the line. That's 80.6%. Brooklyn was 27-34, 79.4% from the free throw. There were 10-21 from the three-pointer. That's 47.6%. And field goals, the Brooklyn Nets were 35-76. That's 46.1%. Total rebounds is 36-36. Offensive, 9 rebounds to 7. 27 assists for the Celtics, 4 blocks, 7 steals, and this is just unbelievable. 14 turnovers to them 14. Just the turnovers were just unbelievable. And it's that bad to even think. And sorry, I gotta move the camera for a second. But personal fouls, 27 fouls by the Celtics. That's just that. Just the unbelievable. So many fouls and personal fouls. I believe there was a flagrant foul on Marcus Smart because I think he went and slammed Nick Clayton to the ground, and then there was a flagrant. I think it was just 2 free throws. And I want to talk about those 2 free throws by Nick Clayton, whatever his name is, on the Nets. He freaking missed the first free throw, and then he freaking dunks it for an air ball. Oh my god. But anyways, started talking about this next team, this Nets team, in the first half. They just look unbelievably unstoppable. I mean, Seth Curry, 16 points. Kyrie and Kevin Durant. I'm going to talk about these two in the second half, but Bruce Brown killed you. Um, Andre Andre Drummond killed you. He only had 5 points, but this guy can make plays. He can get the rebound, and he killed us a couple times on the rebound. He got the offensive rebound a couple times, and there was like three. There was this one play Andre Drummond got the rebound, and then there's just three Celtics on him, and he goes up for the slam, and he's pumped up, man. He's pumped up, and Goran Dragic just killed you. This man just been hitting threes, twos on you all first half. He had 18 points. Dragic is a beast, man, and that's just him. And Kevin Durant, 27 points. Kyrie Irving probably played his worst game. And let me get to Kevin Durant when the second half. And looking at the Celtics stats, Jason Tatum didn't really, like I said, I was talking about this combination between Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. They just weren't themselves. They didn't play well in the first half. We had something going in the second quarter. We had a little bit of a run to end the half. Jason Tatum, 19 points. Al Horford, 16 points. Daniel Tice, 15 points. Jaylen Brown, 22. Marcus Smart had some unbelievable plays in this game. 12 points. That on-call slap that caused Nick Claxton to hit the two free throws and miss them. The second one was a field goal. Air ball, sorry. And Grant Williams, 17 points. And Peyton Pritchard, man. I love this dude. 10 points. And Derek Wright only had 3 points. Derek Wright's been pretty quiet, but I want to see more of Derek Wright. But talking about this game, second half showed up. We were still down by a lot, and it just was a little bit. It was not enough a little bit, but we end up coming back. The unbelievable play calling to tie the game. It was Jason Tatum with a 3, Jaylen Brown hit a 3, Peyton Pritchard shot a couple of nice 2-pointers. And I want to talk about Kevin Durant and Kyrie because I did mention this in the playoff preview video. If you contain, this is what I said because I talked about it in the preview video against these Nets. If you can contain this duo of Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, you're going to win this game. And this is what the fuck happened. This is exactly what happened. This Steelers defense in the second half was all over Kevin Durant. They were all over Kyrie Irving. This is probably the worst game Kevin Durant have played. I think he was 0-10, 0-10 in the paint or on field goals, and he was like 1-5. I don't know. One of the worst games that I have ever seen Kevin Durant. And this Celtics defense shut down Kevin Durant and Kyrie, and look what happens. You get stopped and you score. There's so many times in this game that both teams, where there was a span of 4 or 5 minutes, both teams couldn't make a shot. The Celtics could have easily made shots there and capitalized, but they couldn't. We couldn't make shots, but this defense in the second half shut down Kyrie and Kevin Durant. And I said that in the preview video. If you can find a way to stop this Kevin Durant and Kyrie from scoring, playing defense like this defense was amazing in the second half by the Celtics. The amount of times Kevin Durant would miss a shot, Kevin Durant got blocked, Kyrie just couldn't make his shots. The pressure, we were double teaming him. Now, look, Jason Tatum turned the ball over. This Celtics team turned the ball over 14 times. Same with the Nets. There were just turnovers all over the place. Bunch of personal fouls. The fouls were unbelievable on both sides of the ball. Like, there were some that were questionable. There were some that were, it was fair. Like, it was the right call. But, that's what I said in the preview video. If the Celtics can find a way to stop Kyrie and Kevin Durant, which they did. They found a way to stop Kevin Durant. And look, Kevin Durant was 0-10. People say that, it wasn't the Celtics defense. It was just Durant has a bad day, But, dude, if we can do this in Game 3, if we can do this in Game 4 and sweep them, I don't know if it's gonna be sweet, but Brooklyn still has two chances at home to tie it. And look, look, Celtics fans are excited. Look, I will say this once and I'll say it twice. But Celtics fans, I know you're excited about this game, but we can't afford to go down double digits like this again. The Brooklyn Nets are still a dangerous team. Call me crazy. You might be saying, "Oh, well, the Nets aren't dangerous." You saw how bad Kyrie played. Oh, you saw how bad Kevin Durant played. But still, this is a Brooklyn Nets team that still has this talent. First half, they still killed you. Seth Curry, Goran Dragic, Bruce Brown Jr., Andre Drummond, they're all gonna kill you in the first half. This is still the Nets team that played us in the first half, and we can't afford to go down double digits again. We can't cross our fingers for comebacks every game. Game 3 is on Saturday. Game 3 is in Brooklyn on Saturday. Looking for a 3-0 series lead, and if we play like this, look, first half. Playing Brooklyn on Saturday, we need adjustments. Emil Adogaga is going to have to, make some adjustments for starting the game because we cannot be down by a lot in the first half again. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown needs to make their shots, man. The first half was just stupid mistakes, stupid turnovers, and look, that's just that. If we want to sweep these guys, or at least win one game, I believe the Brooklyn Nets are going to be hungry for revenge. They're going to be pissed off about this game. They're going to probably get a win in game 3 or 4, but, they're not going to back down without a fight. Celtics fans, won't be easy. I know Celtics fans are going to say, oh, this is going to be easy. I mean, it's going to be easy, but look, the Celtics came back. I loved it, but we still got 2 more games to go in Brooklyn. And Brooklyn could easily win those 2 games if they, they're still that Brooklyn Nets team, man. They're still that team. Game 1, if you look, we won off a buzz beater. We were up by a lot and we almost choked it. Last night, we were down by double digits. In the first half, we somehow came back. See, first game, you had a lead and you almost blew it. And now last night, you came back. Look, it's great and all, but we still have a lot of work to do. And, knowing Brooklyn has so much talent, the Brooklyn crowd on Saturday is going to be pumped up. They're looking for their series win. And look, the Celtics just got to play smart. They can't have a sloppy first half like they did last night. And, Emir Adunaga is going to have to make adjustments, and this team, they gotta make their shots. That's the issue. It's they can't make their shots. But unlike Kevin Durant, who this has to be one of the worst playoff games that I've seen Kevin Durant play. Kyrie was horrible too. But I'm sorry, I want to mention Kyrie Irving before because I was going to talk about him in my last post-game video, but Kyrie. Celtics fans hate him so much. Every time he gets the ball, people boo him. They just start booing when Kyrie Irving gets the ball. And look, I'm not going to lie to you. I admired this guy when he was at Duke. I was a huge Kyrie Irving fan when he was on Duke. And I wanted this guy on our team. But he just literally crossed the line. I think it was last year on the playoffs. He stepped on Lucky. He disrespected the Celtics logo by stomping his foot on the Lucky logo, the Celtics logo, and now game one, he flipped off the Celtics fans and he started, mouthing off to Celtics fans, and yeah, this game, Celtics fans hate Kyrie Irving, and every time he's at the foul line, people say that you can hear people chanting, Kyrie sucks, Kyrie sucks. Kyrie sucks, and people booing him every time Kyrie gets the ball. We hate him that much. because he disrespected and stepped on our logo, and he flipped us off in game one. And, it's understandable. But your question is, do I hate Kyrie Irving? He's a great basketball player. Look, I admired him since when he was on Duke. I've been watching him when he was on Duke. Jason Tatum as well. I don't know if I hate him. I mean, he disrespected the Celtics logo, and that's just out of the line. I hate when people do that. I mean, going off topic, I mean, that's what Juju Smith-Schuster did, like, to other teams' logos. He did TikTok dances. I would feel horrible. But anyways, going back to this video, there's nothing really to talk about. Celtics played the Brooklyn Nets in Brooklyn Saturday night. It might be afternoon game, I don't know, but Saturday night it's game 3. As the Celtics are looking to take a 3-0 lead. We just have to play smart. We have to contain. If we want to win, I said this in the preview video. If we want to win game 3 and 4 in Brooklyn, we just have to play like we did in the second half of last night. Containing Kevin Durant, playing good defense on their team. We had some great plays, man. If we want to beat the Nets in game 3 and 4, we have to play like we did last night in the second half. Good defense, containing Kevin Durant and Kyrie. That's just that. And, it was an unbelievable comeback. We were down 17 points. We tied the game at one point, but it was a stupid flower. Kevin Durant went to the line a couple of times. He missed 2 free throws at one point. But still, he's still a beast. But this just got to be one of the worst playoff performances I've ever seen from Kevin Durant. He was missing shots, and that's what the Celtics defense needs to do. That's just that. But anyways, I'm not going to talk about too much of this game. The Celtics was an unbelievable comeback to win 114-107. They take a 2-0 series. They take a 2-0 series lead. Game 3 is Saturday night in Brooklyn. As the Celtics look to go up 3-0 in the series, it's going to be an interesting game to watch. But anyways, Celtics get the job done in game 2. I am Bruin Steele. Thank you guys for watching. And go Celtics. Let's fucking go!